welcome. I'm so glad you're here to join me and see what I've been up to for the last few weeks. I have lots of fun projects that I've been working on and so many things to share with you. My name's Karista and this is Sweet Mountain Crafts. Hello fiber friends, my name's Karista Lowe. I am the owner of Sweet Mountain Crafts as well as a local yarn store in Cody, Wyoming called Wyoming Yarn and Fiber. You may find me online here but then also at a number of other places, so be sure to check the description box with all kinds of information on where to find me and how to get in touch with me. I have so much that I do and so much that I love sharing with you all that it's much easier for me to share a vlog rather than a podcast. So I hope you find something in this video that you enjoy today. And if you do, please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, all those fun things. And then I'll get to know you more as you get to know me. Welcome to any new subscribers. I hope you find some things that you love here and some things that might be encouraging or inspiring to you in your own making journey. I hope you enjoy this video. Last month I shared a little bit of spinning on my Shark Sidekick spinning wheel. I'm spinning a merino yarn dyed by Dylicious out of Tempe, Arizona here. And I had a lot of fun finishing that up. So here in this image you'll see the fiber before it was spun, just the beautiful dyed fiber. Then the finished spun fiber, the finished yarn. And I like to take these images where you see the two side by side. Next I have these super fun opal minis in a bag by Knit Pray Share. I'm using them to make a number of granny squares. Again, this is a project I've been showing on this podcast for some time now, but this is the Twinkling Lights by Mesocraft granny square pattern here, and I'm just finishing up this one and getting some more of those little fun squares done. I was so excited. I was gifted some beautiful Noro yarn from a customer who had some leftovers that she wasn't planning on using, and I decided that they were just so pretty and would make a beautiful scarf. So I don't actually have the ball bands on these yarns, so I can't tell you exactly what they are, but I am aware that they're Noro. I use Noro both for the warp and the weft here, and put these on my knitter's loom from Ashford. It's a fun little loom just a rigid heddle loom to weave with and to play with yarns. So I am getting a little bit more knowledgeable about certain things with this loom, but I'm also finding that I still am learning about the different fibers and what works well. You can see here that my warp took on a little bit of fuzz as I was setting my passes, but it didn't break at any point. And the finished scarf is beautiful, so I won't complain. So here in just a moment, I'll be sure to show you as I finish up and take the project off the loom, and then I'll show you a picture of the final scarf. enjoyed opening Mystery Mouse Yarn's 2023 Advent. It was all based on on the Nile by Agatha Christie, and Holly, the dyer for Mystery Mouse, did a fabulous job with this set. She just made it a lot of fun. So here I'm working on the passport shawl that she designed to go with her yarns, and I have enjoyed working on this project just as I have time. It's not anything I'm looking to finish anytime soon, but just working on when I get a moment. It was time for a refresh, so I pulled out all my works in progress just to get them organized and see where they need to go. I found this very old work in progress, a doll blanket I was making for my daughter when she was a toddler. And I started sorting things into, here I have a finish pile, a now, and a next up pile. These are just some of them once I got things sorted. As you can imagine, I found a few things to frog. So this is a crochet design that I actually did end up finishing the design. This is some of my hand-dyed yarn, but I didn't finish the design with this yarn. I actually made changes and used the yarn that ended up resulting in the pattern. So I'm going to repurpose this yarn here. This is beautiful yarn from Molly of A Homespun House that I just didn't love the sweater, so I decided to frog that for repurposing. Then I had the shawl that the shape just wasn't quite right, so again, frogged that and we'll reuse that yarn. Next, I have my Feel the Burn sweater by Boylan Knitworks, and I love this sweater. It just wasn't fitting quite right. It's just a little too big with this yarn. So I decided to make sure to take time to check gauge and figure out what measurement changes I needed to do. And then I started to rip this out while I was relaxing one afternoon watching Amy of Noble Character Crafts. The yarns in this sweater are my Wyoming worsted, hand-dyed by me. So I intend to redo this sweater for sure because I do really like it. So I did stop ripping back once I got to a point where the smaller sizes take off. Now let me show you some more of my craft areas. These are my projects that are up and coming. You'll see that this is my sewing area. My sewing machine there has a project sitting on top of it that I need to deal with. And I organize these cubicle type things over on my desk here with another bunch of fun projects. Here's one of my treasure walls with pictures that have been given to me, pictures of my kids, fun things like that. The minis hanging here are from Amber from A Lovely Yarn podcast. She and I did an Advent swap and I look forward to using those. And then all those project bags have yarn and plans for projects in them. I also have another little treasure area over here with things that have been gifted to me or just make me smile, including pictures of my kids and my husband. No matter how hard we try, yarn just gets tangled, and sometimes it has to be taught how to play nicely. Next, I wanted to show you, I got this great tool for a Christmas present for my husband, actually. It's called a Remarkable, and I love it because it is kind of like it takes the place of a handwritten notebook. Also, it doesn't have the same Wi-Fi capabilities that like an iPad or a tablet would have, so it allows for a little bit more focused and intentional use. Here, I happen to be using it for my pattern. I'm able to put PDFs on it, so that's really handy. And I'd thrown a PDF on there for the sweater that I'm working on here. This is the first cardigan sweater, and I've shown this on previous podcasts, but had run out of one of the yarns, and then the yarn was back ordered. So I'm happy to say that the yarn came back in, and I'll be able to continue working on this sweater, hopefully getting this done for my daughter for her birthday. sweater is a beautiful design. It's just stockinette cardigan, so in the front and the back, and then the sleeves are a half fisherman's rib. I'm using a bag by Susan of Delightful Works, a bucket bag to hold my project, and I have Lana Gatto's Mohair Royal as my secondary yarn here, and then I'm also using Cascade's La Merino, which is actually a discontinued yarn in the ecru colorway, but it is so lovely to work with. As I know many of you do, I also made a Make 9 board for 2024 and put on some of the most pressing things for my Make 9, hoping that I'll be able to get those done. But as these things go, I couldn't stop there because I knew I had so many other projects that I wanted to do. So I now have 6 Make 9 boards. You can see some of them are for different things. So travel, fire, shop. Travel and fire are my 2 most important ones. Travel is items that I want to get done this year that I'm hoping to wear on some travel that we have planned. And then fire are things that I'm like, I need to get these done now. One of the items on my fire Make 9 was a baby blanket, and I had seen these adorable crocheted appliques, so I wanted to make one. I got this done as a gift, and this is a car seat size blanket for someone I know getting ready to have a baby. Also, I wanted to work on these French Lavender Home booties, where the base or the sole of the bootie was provided to me as a gift from Deborah of French Lavender Home, and they knit up these adorable booties based off of the pattern that Deborah had included with her bootie sets. Hello! We have had multiple days of sub-zero temperatures, so it's a little extra chilly out here. Still doing okay though. I got happy dogs. Huh? Are you happy, Hero? Here's my goats. They're trying to stay warm as best they can. They're out here in the sunshine. I'm sure that they have not been too thrilled. Here's llamas. Everybody's still alive, healthy enough, just cold. So in the cold, we make sure that they have plenty of hay. But I'll give them a little grain too. Just, it's not the preferred that they would have grain as much in the cold. It's not, they don't burn as much when they eat grain. It's more of a treat. Grain is helpful for fattening, but not necessarily for warmth. But they get a little bit of wheat this morning. Hi, Snowy. I know, it's so cold, isn't it? On days like this, I have to wear my thick gloves. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, they're lined. These are my lined work gloves because my hands get so cold. All right, we'll go back in the barn. I hear Louie. There's Louie. We lost a cat this fall, unfortunately. Scout was featured on our on my video that says cat wants in. Sorry, that's awfully noisy. Hero, are you gonna get him? Gonna get Louie? Louie and Hero are pretty good friends most of the time. Yeah. Oh, Louie, are you staying warm? Okay, Hero, that's annoying. I did lose Scout this last fall. He died, he was just getting older, but it was unfortunate. So here are my birds. Only a few have ventured out because it's so cold. Let's go check and see. In the coop, I need to get them water when it's cold like this. So my husband's beekeeping supplies. Let's see how the girls are doing in here. Well, they still have water, that's good. Here's my birds. Here's my girls. Burr. My fingers are cold. Even with good gloves on, they're cold. But at least they still have water. We'll get them some more so that they're refreshed for the day. We have a hot water heater here for them so that it doesn't freeze up ideally, but you can see there's still plenty of frost right at the top. Hello, it is like almost 8 o'clock in the morning here, and I'm sitting outside my studio. Across the street there's an elementary school, so people are getting their kids dropped off for school, but I am here to do some dyeing this morning, so I figured I'd bring you along with me. Let's go ahead and head inside. Ourselves in here because the shop doesn't open for a couple hours yet. So this is kind of like behind the scenes in my shop, employees only, and heading into the studio, which is probably a bit of a mess this morning. Yes, it is. My goal is to get this all cleaned up and tidied in the next couple weeks. Well, not next couple weeks, but within the next month. My hope is to get the studio really organized so that I can have a grand opening in March, actually. But you can see I have been busy. I have fiber and cord that I've dyed. I have some pans in the oven that will need to be washed today, and I have yarn soaking that is ready for some attention. It'll be getting some color today. So let me get some organization done, and then I'll get you back on and let you see what I'm up to. so glad that you joined me on this podcast today. It is early in the morning on Thursday morning as I'm finishing this up and adding in just this little bit of video. I'm sitting here working on my poison vial socks for the Whodunit mal. And if you're not aware of that mal, please be sure to check them out or check out information at Two Sisters and Some Yarn. There is a fun mystery make-along that is happening. And I dyed up this fun sock set and have seen so many people using it. I love that. I have one more set of orders that is going out hopefully today. So if you're waiting on your poison vial sock set, it is still in production and will be headed out here shortly. On that note, here's a quick little clue for the make-along. And here's another. If you haven't checked it out, be sure to do so. There's so many fun things. Information will be in the description box below if you need an easy to find link on how to find out more about that. All right, so there's been a lot of life and a lot of things happen, but so many good things. And I'm so glad to have been able to share with you all. I hope you have a fabulous day wherever you are, that you're enjoying your winter, making sure to get some cozy time of making and creating in. And I just hope that you find a way to create beauty where you are. Have a great day. Bye-bye.